Hey there, it's David from CreateSpace. Today we're going to make another box creature. This time it's going to be a little more complicated. This one I'm going to use, I want to try something different. I want to make it so that the face can have expression. So the first thing you do is you take your chipboard box, if you're going to use that as your base, turn it inside out. I'm lucky that I have hot glue guns available at the art studio here. So I'm going to use those to get this put together. So I'm just flipping it inside out. I separated where the glue line is, and then just try to keep it clean, and then I'm going to glue it this way so I have a nice clean edge. So on this guy, I want to try something different. I want to give this the ability to have some expressions and to change the expressions depending on the way I feel that day. So I'm going to do just one side of the box and close it up to make it more stable. So hot glue is so great because it just cools so quickly that it's really nice and fast to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and do this side. Okay, so while that finishes cooling, I'm going to grab a piece of paper. I want to show you what I'm thinking about using these toilet paper rolls for. And what this little guy is going to be. So I'm going to use this cardstock, but any paper will do. You can use cardboard, whatever you want. So my idea is I'm going to cut what I call an orange slice smile, that. And then depending on the way I feel that day, I might be a smiley day, or if I'm upside down, it might not be a smiley day. So you can use scissors to cut through these boxes. A sharp scissor is good, but I got these. Highly recommend these too if you're a little bit older. These are Exacto-Knives. So this shape is tall and skinny, almost the same shape as this. This is a little bit wider, as you can see. The proportions are slightly different. So I think it's a good idea to try to match the shape of your drawing to the shape of your box. So I'm just gonna lay these down together and say, okay, well this is tall and skinny, so this is gonna be about the same shape. Mine's maybe a little skinnier, but I think it's still really close. So these are roughly the same shape now. And then what I'm gonna do here is do that idea of having my creature have different expressions. So if I am in a good mood, that's what I'll look like, or my creature will look like. If I'm in a less good mood, that's what it'll look like. And then I'm going to create like a shirt or something that I can cover this up with. And then depending on the way I feel that day, I will put my box one way or the other. There's my smile, there's my frown. There it is. And you can imagine what can happen. So I'm gonna cut holes all the way through the box so that I can slide these in. And then I'm gonna have eyeballs on the end that I can rotate and turn if I want to have the eyebrows this way and that way. So I think the best way for me to do this one, and in this case I think it's nice that this is assembled so I can get my whole front and my whole in the back lined up. I'm going to use a pencil to figure out where I'm going to put my eyes. So So I'm gonna hold my hand back here, but I'm gonna make sure it's very, very clear of where I'm cutting. Very, very important. Cut the hole just a little bit bigger than the toilet paper roll. As you can see, it's quite a bit larger than this. And this piece of material could actually even be used to create the eyeball, but I want mine even bigger. However, I'm going to keep this to make sure that when I do create my eyeball, I can kind of use this as a guide to make sure it's, you know, at least as big as I want it to be. So there's one. So there's that. Pretty fun. There's that. And then this guy is going to thread all the way through the back because I want to be able to turn them. So another way to make sure that these holes are in the right place is to use anything to measure the distance. So I'll use this. Again, this is just kind of rough. So this one's this far from the edge. And so I'll make a little mark there. Just use this. Measured there, made a little mark. And measured there, made a little mark. Now I know that that's the edge of the circle on this side. Now I'm going to do it from the top. And I'll turn it over so I have a fresh mark here, and I'll do it there. And then that one is going to be there. So I know that that horizontal and vertical line, if I fit my shape in there, this dude in there, cut out here, I'll know where that other circle should be, so I'm going to do it like that. Set it on there lightly and draw it, and I know where I need to cut now. And on this one, I'm going to cut pretty much on the line. So that, I did pretty well. That's not too shabby. So this dude will go like that. I'm going to put an eyeball in there. Let me do the other one. I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, so there's that. So for this, I'm going to draw, taking the largest piece just as a guide. I'm going to go ahead and draw that circle. I'm going to make it nice and big. And then with scissors, I want my eyeballs to be the same size. So I'm just going to make a pattern with this eyeball. And then I'm always careful, I'm always trying anyway, not to use up more materials than I need to. Put them together, and just like cutting any pattern or anything that you want two of them to be the same. And I actually like the little black outline around it. I'm probably going to embellish that further. Two eyeballs, the same shape. And like I said, I like the black outline around this one. So I'm going to go ahead and just draw my eyes in real quick because I want you to see how this could look. So I just made a nice big outline on this one. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Now I got these two guys. And I'm gonna do of course the classic. I'm gonna pencil this in, and then I'm gonna draw out my plan. So I'm gonna do a highlight in the eye, even though it's gonna rotate, I don't mind. So I'm gonna do a little circle, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do a couple circles, and then I'm gonna do an eyebrow, goes across. So just however you wanna do eyes, it's up to you. So it looks like that, kinda. And I'm gonna go ahead and now that I have that planned out, I'll draw on the pupil. I got a Sharpie. Oh, looks like a lot of our Sharpies are starting to lose their kapow. But what's fun with that is I can create sort of a fade out effect. This is just from doing this a billion times. But you see how it kind of fades out at the bottom? Because the Sharpies, when I first put it down, it's got a lot of ink left, but the more I use it, the less it has. So I'm hoping I can replicate this on the other side. And now I'm gonna do the eyelid part here. I'm gonna do mine a dark brown. Okay, now I'm gonna glue this on. Here we go. I like to do this just right here, not on here, okay? So I'm gonna be extra careful just to do a little bead of glue on the edge. You've got a little bit of time to get it on there. Okay, that one's drying. I'll do the next one. So there's the start of our little guy. So you can do whatever you want. And then like I said, if I flip this over and have another set of eyeballs here, we got angry expressions or less happy. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. So I'm just gonna kind of fit this around the box. So I just folded it around here, and now I've got my fold line on this side, basically making a clothing pattern for this guy. So now I know how wide to make it. And I'll just double check it before I get too far. And it fits right on there nicely. Okay, let me go ahead and figure out where this fold goes. So. There's your Box Monster number 2 session. Hope you liked it. We're gonna start brainstorming at the studio, and of course we'd love to hear more from you guys. If you have ideas, send us a message at info@createspace.com. That's CR8space.com. And we look forward to creating with you again soon. Bye!